All right, greetings. I wanted to just kind of show my face for a minute before you all take the final. I get a lot of emails, and so I wanted to make it clear on how things work. All right, because they're all good questions, and I understand that. I guess they're good questions. I don't know how to answer. I'll be honest. I don't know how to answer the question. Well, what do I need to get on the final? I want to know. I want to know what my grade is, so I know what I need to make on the final. How do you know that's what you're going to make? And it doesn't matter. You study hard, and the chips fall where they may. I mean, that doesn't. Your grade on Blackboard is as a grade is without which I am getting. The lab instructors are busy and they're giving me their grades and I'll have them. And you will probably get your final grade. I'm hoping by the Friday after the final. How busy the Scantron Center is. It may be until Monday. And so, but I am going to show you now how to compute your grade, okay, so that you know how to do it. No, wait, before I do that, I wanted to talk to you real quickly, real briefly about conceptual questions from physics, from chapters 10 and 11. I mean, I would certainly think, hope that you know that if you go deeper, the pressure gets higher, and the if there's the just a few really basic, I mean, one or two, 20 questions conceptual, and 18 of them you've seen them or their cousin before, so I would study your old tests and you should be fine for that part. And then study your old test, see if you can do if you can do the problems on your old test, you should be fine. You should understand the concepts. If you have time, I would take a chapter a day and go through worked out the example problems that are in the book. Okay, um, that's another thing you can do. All right. In other words, it's a lot of work. I mean, it just that's just the nature of physics. I don't know what to tell you exactly, except if you've been to every class and you're doing well. Some of you did very, very well on this next test on this last test when you haven't done so well before. So I'll get my ugly mug off here, and we will take a look at what the management part of the grade book so that you can tell. Okay, so I've got my mug off here. All right, so here's your lab. It's worth 100 points. You all have a 95% marker in there. Here are the values for the 3 exams. The final exam will be worth 100. And here's all your homework scores, totals, and here's all the in-class quizzes that we did, okay, which is worth 6% of your grade. All right, so there's the entire portion of your grade. So now, how the heck do we figure out your grade? So I will try and do this as quickly as possible. I'm going to give you the example, and you can run with it from there. All right. So here we go. So here it is. Here's exams 1, 2, and 3. Let's say you got an 81 on the first exam. I'll just show you how to do the exams, and it's worth 16% of your grade. And you'll get let's say you got a 78 on this exam, and then you came back strong and got an 81 on this exam. Okay, and in the final we don't know yet. Final you haven't done yet. And let's say you're feeling pretty froggy and you got a 97% in lab. All right, now I'm going to show you. Now what you have to do is you have to take the percentages and then add them up. So I've got 81 divided by 94. Oh, let me turn on my calculator. 81 divided by 94 plus 78 divided by 95 plus 81 divided by 90 equals 2.58. Aha! That's greater than a percentage. Yeah, and this will work out since they're all calculated the same. So, and then divide by 3. Okay, and 86%, that's pretty good. 86% is your percentage that you've achieved on the test. So that's like an A minus. That's pretty good. And that's worth 16, and that whole thing is 16, 16, and 16 is worth 48. That 86% is worth 48% of your grade. Okay, so times 0.48. Boom. So 0.41%. Okay, so you've got a 0.41 so far. So let's get our running total here. So for the exams, not counting the final, it'd be 0.41 is your total. All right, now let's say you got a 97% and the labs were 20% of your grade. So you go 97 divided by 100 times 0.2, 0.194. So this is the lab. So this would be 0.194. Okay, let's say, now there's actually 100, and let's go down to the in-class problem. So let's all go all the way down here, and you got your in-class, okay, and you get to, there's actually 190 total points there, but you get to drop 2 of them. So let's say you made 17 out of 17, so that'd be 170 out of that. So that's 1 times 0.06. So for class participation, we call it ICP, we'll add 0.06. All right, and then your homework grades. All right, now the homework grade is worth 10% of your grade. So what you're going to have to do is, you're going to, let's say you got 100 out of this. Let's say you got a 120 out of this. Let's say you're going to have to add up all these, okay? Take the percentages, add them up, and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Divide by 14, and then multiply it by 0.1. Okay? And let's say your homework grade came out to be, you did well on the homework grade. Let's say after you did all that, came out to be 0.95. So you took that 0.95 times 0.1 is equal to 0.095. Let's add all those up. So you got 0.41 plus 0.194 plus 0.06 plus 0.095 equals 0.759. Now you might be going, oh man, that's a B. I thought it did, but we haven't done the final yet, which is worth 16% of your grade also. This is worth 0.9. So 90%. So if I take 0.75 divided by 0.9, oh, you've got like an A minus in the class so far. You see how that works? That's a weighted grade. That's why I love to have Blackboard do it. Okay? And if you go through all these calculations, your Blackboard grade should be within a percentage or half a percentage point or something like that. There might be some rounding that goes on that'll make it a little bit different, but not much. I mean, it'll be spot on. I've tested a few of them, and they're spot on. Okay? All right. Thank you for your time, and please understand, I'm not being like, I'm tired of the emails. No, it's your claim. I mean, I know you're deeply concerned, and I appreciate that. So I just wanted to kind of send a blanket email on what's going on. All right, out here.